welcome back to another video. My name is Will Power Coix, pro boxer and your boxing coach. And in this video, I'm going to talk about 3 things that's going to make you a better fighter. Now, in this video, I'm not going to show you techniques. I'm not going to talk about philosophies. I'm not going to show you videos and clips. I'm going to pretty much tell you right away what you need to do as a fighter, as someone who wants to learn boxing, but also get in shape, get fit like a fighter. This video is not meant to be an all-in-one kind of video. You still need to train, you still need to diet right, you still need to sleep enough hours in the night, and you gotta do so many other things. This video is gonna give you information to help you become that, but also give you a nice template of what you need to make sure that you are doing in every single training session. So, without further ado, let's get started. Number 1, you learn by watching. Now, when you're at a gym, whether it's a real pro boxing gym, or you're watching people spar, or you're watching boxing on TV, your favorite fighters on pay-per-view, you study and watch what they do. When I was fighting, I will watch only the top 3 fighters. Those top 3 fighters are up there for a reason. And I would not consider anybody else's I would never study any other person's boxing unless they were in the top 3 pound for pound. Why, you may ask? Well, it's because they're up there for a general reason. What are they doing? And I want to do it too. What are they doing so I can copy it too? And not just become a fighter that looks like them, but take that style of fighting and put it into my own style of fighting. And that's really important. Watching fights, studying fighters, watching people spar, watching their technique, it all counts. You know, I guarantee you, the more you teach someone else, the more you're teaching yourself. And that's something that I've learned throughout the years. When I started with boxing, I had to help people out. I will watch what coach would say, I will listen, I will watch fighters, how they did, and I will take that information and just spill it out back forth and get passed along the info. I just love this sport so much because it's taught me a lot about myself and a lot about other people. So, what I want you to do, the next time a boxing match is on, watch what they're doing. See the difference between someone who's all the way on the top of the list from someone who's not doing too well. What are the key differences there? What is one fighter who's pound for pound number 1 doing differently from the fighter who's getting knocked out all the time, from the fighter who is not putting in their game A effort into it? You know, and I guarantee that's gonna help you become a better fighter. Now, I'm still a fan of boxing, and there's a lot of fighters out there that I love to watch, but that does not mean that I'm studying them. So let me know what you think about that. Leave in the comments below about learning how to box by watching others. Number 2. All right, for number 2, it's about listening, okay? Listening to your coach, listening to a fighter giving you advice or tips. I remember going to the gym. I was sparring world champion David Diaz, and he would tell me all the key factors of what I was doing right, what I was doing wrong, and listening to his advice has really helped me to become a better fighter. And there's so many other advices from coaches like Sam Colonna from Chicago, world-class coach, top of the line here in Chicago. And I will listen to my father's advice, Guillermo Coix. He will give me the best advice ever. And just like really just sitting down, humbling yourself and listen to the criticism. Because boxing, if you can't handle criticism, boxing is not for you. Everybody's going to be judging you, from the 3 judges outside of the ring, from the fans cheering in outside of the ring, from your family members sitting outside of the ring, to you who is also a self-critical, analytical thinker. Now, that is the key factor, is to make sure you listen. Now, there's some voices you need to block out, and there's some voices you need to tune in. And I appreciate you, I respect you if you're listening to me. I really appreciate that. Listening to other fighters, listening to other people's experiences, listening to other coaches is what's going to make you a better fighter. I guarantee it. Listening is the mother of learning. You can't do anything, you can't learn anything without listening first. So in boxing, you may not necessarily be training, but listening very closely to what they have to say and changing that format on what you have already created for yourself and completely throwing out your old format and listening for something new. You know, there's nothing wrong with experimenting, and there's nothing wrong with listening to someone's advice. Now, what makes it not good for you is when you listen to the advice and it's not working out for you. If I was a coach and I told someone, yeah, you know, block fighters, they start with their hands up, you gotta drop the hands, and so that way you bait them in and you confuse them and you bring them back up, you drop them, you bring them back up. If I give someone that advice, but they don't know the necessarily steps to use it correctly, they're gonna be like, boom, boom, I keep getting hit. Why do I keep getting hit, right? You go back to the coach, what can I do to improve my defense? The coach says, oh, well, you gotta keep your hands up, right? So there's some advices that won't help you necessarily, but there's some advices that will. It's just a matter of listening when is the right time to do what they ask you to do and when is the wrong time to do what they ask you to. Yes, there's some fighters who keep their hands up, they drop them to bait them in, and then they do a move to counter strike. Some fighters are really good at that. Check out Mayweather. He drops his hand for you to throw something, so that way he has a counter strike and has it right back for you. That's a good way to explain doing what that Coach A was trying to explain to you. But it's not gonna work for everybody. So, point taken away from this is to make sure you know when to listen and when to tune some advice out. Know what works for you and know what doesn't work for you. This information that I'm telling you right now, this whole entire video is how to learn boxing number 2 by listening. And the final one is learn boxing by doing it. You can't learn anything without doing it in reality. Now, when you go to college, you're listening the whole entire time. You're watching the professor, you're in school, you're listening to the lecture. You are doing the two things. Now, after you graduate, after you watch this video, you gotta go do it now. You will never learn nothing in life without doing it and trying it first. So you may be someone, hey man, how do I get started? I really wanna box, but I don't know how to. I really wanna learn the basics first. Keep watching these videos. I got a lot more planned for you to do. More drills to show you, more explanations, more in-depth kind of videos to help you learn boxing. But I guarantee it, just get out there, start throwing your hands, look yourself in the mirror. You know, come into Power Boxing Fitness here in West Chicago, 901 Atlantic Drive. We got so many fighters, so many fitness people who just want to box. It doesn't matter what your goals are. If you want to learn how to fight, we'll get you that. You want to get fit without getting hit, we'll get you that. The point of this video is to tell you the 3 ways. You learn by watching, you learn by listening, and you learn by doing it. Now, there's nothing more I need to explain about the doing part. You just gotta go out there and just do it. Go try it, go punch, go make mistakes. Throw the same punch 100 wrong times, so that way you can learn how to do it just right one time. Throw it, feel it, master it, and eventually you're gonna get to a point of new level where you're not making those same old mistakes. But it has to be done by doing it. That is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you like it. Give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next round.